Yeah. Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get a dog right now. Everybody worry about the crown big. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Jump roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a hold up class. Hit the gab, I talk that gap. Strut like up, man, I walk that shit. When I'm up, that's it. I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. Toilet bowl flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang, when they drop in hit. Stand on the man, post stop, no miss. Over your head, next time, don't slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this.
Anyway, so today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast is sorry, I had to get that one out.
Great start to this thing.
Anyway, today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast is brought to you guys by our good friends at Fanatics.com, which is home to the WWE shop. And folks, you need to check out the shop right now because Ron R. Truth Killings has some merch out now, which includes the We Want Truth t-shirts and Killings Spree, which honestly, I think that's an awesome shirt. You guys need to go check it out right now. Nikki Bella has merch out. JD McDonough has that's a weird ass merch. You need to check that out. Dominic Mysterio's new merch. There's obviously some awesome merch for Father's Day. Make sure you guys treat your dad like a champion from Fanatics.com and of course the WWE shop. And of course, even awesome Worlds Collide merch from the awesome Worlds Collide pay-per-view that took place on YouTube, in which they had Psycho Clown, let's see, Laredo Kid, and all the other awesome stars, including Mr. Iguana, which apparently these motherfuckers cry over. Make sure you folks check it out, Fanatics.com. Make sure you folks also check out Fanatics Fest. Get tickets for Fanatics Fest June 20th through the 22nd at the Jarvis Center in New York City. Folks, WWE stars are going to be headlining this event, which features Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, Kevin Owens, Tiffany Stratton, Damian Priest, Chelsea Green, Jacob Fatu, Liv Morgan, and WWE Hall of Famers The Undertaker and Trish Stratus. Folks, get tickets for this event. From what I've heard, the lineup for this event is actually pretty damn stacked. And when I say stacked, I mean it's not even funny. Like I'm not even kidding. Like apparently there's gonna be more WWE talent there than what we anticipated.
Stacked.
Because the You Can't See Me Man has been added. John Cena.
Stacked.
Bianca Belair. Alexa Bliss.
Stacked.
Ron Breakker.
Stacked.
The man himself, Triple H.
Stacked.
Stephanie McMahon.
Stacked.
Becky Lynch.
One more
Stacked.
time, I'm gonna have an issue with you.
Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio.
Stacked.
Randy Orton.
Stacked.
Logan Paul.
Stacked.
Penta.
Stacked.
CM Punk.
Stacked.
Seth Rollins.
Stacked.
And even Sami Zayn. Shut the fuck up.
God damn it, Leo.
www.fanaticsfest.com today and find out how you guys can get tickets. Like we said, June 20th through the 22nd at the Jarvis Center in New York City. Gear up, and a big thank you to our friends at Fanatics.com for sponsoring this episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast.
Which will also be stacked.
Stacked.
Bullshit.
Stacked.
Fucking damn it.
I'm sorry, I was trying to add to the sponsor read. I do apologize.
Anyway, what up, Whoppers? Welcome to the Wrestle Arc
Well,
Podcast.
Sup,
Well,
Wappas?
Whopper, Junior Whopper.
Whoppers.
See, me and Des had the same mind.
I don't care. That's what the
Whopper,
channel's called.
Whopper,
We
Whopper,
have.
Junior, double,
we
triple,
have-
Whopper.
Oh God, this is how this podcast is gonna go today. All right, so we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about because a lot happened in wrestling over the past few days. And
Yes.
boy, oh boy, do we need to get right into it because we need to start with the events that took place Saturday. And
What happened Saturday, Radio?
Money in the
Money in the bank.
well, before Money in the Bank, there was a different show that took place.
Oh yeah,
Apparently some planets collided or something.
Yeah, some
No-
worlds colliding.
Worlds colliding.
Yes, and guess what? I can't talk about it because I didn't watch it. So someone's gonna have to.
Oh
I
well.
didn't
No,
watch
you're
it
up.
either.
I
No.
did.
Yeah,
Wrestling
Yeah,
expert here in the corner.
I got
Thoughts,
it.
please. Don't need results or anything, just thoughts.
Yeah, just thoughts on it. We don't
Thoughts?
need full results. We just need thoughts.
Okay.
Thoughts,
Okay, yeah,
feelings, prayers.
Thoughts
Okay,
on all the
so-
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, the show was absolutely amazing. It's amazing to watch. Matches great. The talent from AAA performed so well, including the main event, which, in my opinion, is the match of this event:
Mm.
the Kingo and Chad Gable. And those two, Gable and Vikingo, cooked this match.
I heard that that wasn't the most talked about thing from that. The most talked about thing from that, and for some reason, it's the most. Oh, hey, woman, hi, how are you? Hi, who is that? Oh God, Ross is here.
Ross!
Ross!
Is
I picked
here.
up the wrong. There's a Ross block.
Ross.
Block is joining the VC.
Didn't
I
say.
can't
Way to talk.
The crowd goes mild.
Oh,
Hey!
the crowd goes mild. All right, yeah. good deal.
Yeah, all right.
I can get louder.
So apparently, the most talked about thing from that was.
Oh my God, it's a bird!
Hey, Vega, what
It's
the
a bird! Freak it out!
What the?
Is that a pet?
Actually, that's good. That's good because that's a segue into who we got to talk about. Because the most talked about thing from that fucking YouTube show
Was
was
it iguana?
apparently was the iguana man.
Mr.
Mr.
Iguana.
Go,
Iguana.
Mr. Guana.
Yep. But yeah,
Yeah,
and, like,
wrestling just got its
I
new,
ne-
what's it, let me think, Ricky Gibson, you know? It's
dare you.
new
Like-
Tonga Loa. It's new James Ellsworth. It's new greatest of all time.
It's new gold.
like
Looks
I never seen any matches of Mr. Iguana until Worlds Collide. Like
It's a new reptile.
fucking-
Yes, it is.
he's fucking good.
Also, fuck Lindsay Dorado for what he did to the iguana.
Yep,
Did a
fuck
Spanish
Lindsay
fly.
Dorado, dude.
To the Spanish fly.
That is animal
He
abuse.
stomped on it.
Yeah.
And then he stopped.
He stomped on it, hit an elbow on it.
It was
did
a
Spanish fly
stuffed
on it.
iguana. It was a stuffed iguana.
Oh.
No.
Okay. I was, what?
He
I
wrestled.
was about
Yes,
to
it
say.
was Noble. Shut up.
He said so.
Oh,
Is that so?
I was telling Dad because Dad was freaking out. She was like, "Oh, it was a real iguana."
Dennis
Oh.
is freaking out
Oh,
about
you're
90%
telling
of the
Dad. Damn
time, but we're
Alright.
not going to talk about that.
All right. So from what we've heard overall is that the show was actually pretty amazing, and it was like the highest viewed thing on YouTube, like that day.
Yeah, almost
That's
like 4
crazy.
billion plus views across from W YouTube and W Espanol.
WWE
Yes.
Español. La
Yeah.
Boricua.
So according to the reports, it was the highest viewed thing on YouTube that day. Pretty much broke records for YouTube Live, which
Chulo.
even that's fucking insane.
It is.
But no, we got to see some new talent. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more of them in WWE.
Wendell
That's what I
Dex.
hope. But now we get to the show that we need to talk about, which is Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Money
Yeah,
in that dash bank. I mean, what?
And we start
Wait a minute.
with the
Of the day.
women's Money in the Bank,
Ah,
which featured. Yeah, shocker! This boy's gonna talk about that moment. It featured Stephanie Vacquier, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, and Julia.
I heard this match didn't go as we had predicted.
I mean, half of us got it right.
Yeah.
Naomi.
People were saying that this was the best women's Money in the Bank ladder
I
match
disagree.
of all time.
Wonder
I
why.
wouldn't say of all time.
I disagree.
Well, that's the
I'm
opinion
sorry.
that was going around, and I was also going to disagree with it.
Last year's one was way better.
I agree.
Who won last year's?
It
That'd be
is the
Tiffany
best
Stratton.
women's Money Back match,
Tiffany
but it's
Stratton.
out of
It's
all time
Tiffy
at this
time.
point.
The blonde.
Yeah. I'd say it's probably
Barbie.
like of the ones they've done. I'd probably say it's maybe top 5, and it's number 5. I'm sorry, but it is.
Top
For,
five,
for me, like the match was, yeah, it was good. There's some good action as you might expect. But in terms of creative spots, like you would usually see in a ladder match, I think they were very few and far between. If I'm being brutally honest.
yeah, not wrong.
It's still a fun watch, don't get me wrong, and I think the right person in Naomi won the match. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing that probably got a pop from all of us on stream that evening was myself, Vega, and Noble doing the Devil's Kiss Booker T chant, which
Oh yeah.
Richard Vega has
I
posted
saw
on
that.
TikTok. You
I
can check it
saw
out.
that.
Now,
Did
now,
I
now,
say
now,
what's
now,
on
now,
the
let me tell you
ladder?
something.
I just expected a pop
I
off.
was not here for that.
Let me tell you something. These boys over here, okay?
Super Gooners.
There's so much wrong with these boys. It's not even. I enjoyed the spot. I did. I love the spot, but Jesus Christ. But
You
yeah,
know, we were just doing what
The
Booker
fact it was
T
Rhea
did.
Ripley taking it, too, you know, it was mega.
Yeah, I started it.
yeah,
all,
you
Vega.
did. You fucking.
Me and Noble
You're
just,
welcome.
me and Noble just followed suit.
But yeah, so Naomi got the briefcase. Honestly, in my opinion, that was the right
Woo.
opinion. I mean,
Right choice. Yeah.
Right
Roxanne
opinion.
Perez's time will come.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez's time will come. Okay.
It'll
Like,
come,
I know a
but
few of
right
us.
now,
I literally thought she was gonna
I
take
know a few of us here. I know a few of us here predict Roxanne Perez to win. That's cool and all, but she's just come up to the main roster. She's like 22 or 23 years old or something. But she has so much time on her
She's got
hands. She'll
time.
have the person who's 23 years old, Roxanne Perez. She's younger than about half of us.
That's crazy to think about.
she's younger than me. Or no. Yeah, she is younger than me.
I'm
How old
1
is
year
she?
older than her.
Like
She's
23 or something.
Hayden's
22,
about to be
23.
what- Hayden, how old are you?
I'm
You just turned.
I'm 24.
That's right. You're 24. I don't know why I forgot that.
Yeah, see, she's 23. She's 23, right? Okay.
She's
She's
older
been
than
called up.
me.
I get she's had the most main roster
Well, that's
exposure.
because you're a
compared to-
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
anyway, as I was saying, she has so much time to win world championships, win Money in the Bank. She's not going to be hurt by losing one ladder match. If in terms of who deserved to win this, it was Naomi. Well, earned to win this, I would say, based on her recent character work with the Proceed with Caution character. I think the briefcase is going to suit her to the ground. So,
in my opinion, I just thought it was the right opinion. I mean, like we said, Roxanne, she's a young talent. She's got a lot. I mean, she's already proved a lot this year. Not only can she handle being in these kind of matches, but I mean, you gotta think she was like what, one of the longest. It was the last long. Wait, where was she? She broke something in the Rumble, right?
She's a hard woman to Rumble. She came back
Yeah.
number
yeah, but she
I'm
spent the
sure.
record longest time. Surpassing Rhea Ripley, was the runner-up. Competed in the Elimination Chamber match.
I mean, she's busting ass, man. I mean, she's
Yes.
going out there to prove a lot. I mean, we don't just want to throw everything at her all at once. I thought Naomi deserved to win it because, I mean, no offense, this caution character, like, I want to see where the hell it goes.
I feel like her with the briefcase is going to be chaos. I mean, like, if you saw the clip on social media, the stuff she's packed into that is like an assassin packing this.
Yeah, I want to know
briefcase,
how
you
the
know?
hell she's getting that through airport security because there's not a fucking chance in hell.
It's like,
That
if you didn't see the
shit-
clip, if you didn't see the
Yup,
clip,
yup, yup,
she had like a knife, a taser, nunchucks, I think, or something. A
Taser.
mace, I'm pretty sure.
Taser.
Obviously, there was the cautionary gaffer tape, as is
Yeah,
customary.
She had an action figure in there. I thought that was pretty cool.
There was Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Big Jim. That's her husband,
Yeah.
you know?
Taser was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, like
The,
you guys
the,
said
the,
here.
the taser is what fucked me up. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, the fact
yeah,
she
the taser.
fired the thing
Yeah,
up.
the tasers might be the most fucked up thing in the fucking briefcase.
That's the most fucked up thing. You've never wanted to tase somebody before?
All I'm saying is, if she doesn't tase whoever the champion is to cash in and win the title,
What a
it's
waste.
a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Exactly. A little waste of
Okay, yeah, but
opportunity.
Like you guys said,
I
Rock
want
said
to see
like
her tase
she,
somebody. I think
Just zap whoever the women's world champion is at the time on the leg, and then they'll fall like a sack of shit. And then, you know.
Gotta go for the neck.
yeah.
Noble, what were you saying?
I
I like
was
to
trying
not
to
think
say,
they'll be wobbling like a. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. That's not PG. I'm not gonna say.
Anyway,
No,
Noble,
we'll
go ahead.
continue.
Sorry, Noble.
We're sitting here cutting them off.
it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Anyway, I agree with you guys here. With Roxanne, like, she has everything to prove here, but
Yeah.
but like you guys said, right winner is definitely Naomi at this rate. Her caution character, her heel character is really good, off the charts. Roxanne, she's 23. She'll eventually will win big matches like Money in the Bank or win a world championship in the near future. But really do like the Naomi character now. Yeah. Now the question is, where is it go from here, and when is she gonna cash in the contract? So
Who knows? What if Roxanne wins Queen of the Ring?
Ooh.
That's a
Could
possibility.
happen.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt y'all. Radio, what is going on? You're like freaking out.
I heard
turning
I heard like a big truck horn go off. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it sounded like
I
these.
looked down at your camera and you were freaking out.
Well, not only that, but I also want to point something out to people.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. So I want to point out now that Noble sitting here saying that Naomi deserved to win. You need to go watch his reaction during that Women's Money in the Bank match because he would have, judging by that reaction, I would just say it was a hell of a lot different than what
Look,
he's saying
look,
now.
Look.
No,
He's okay. He's okay to react like that. Okay.
I know.
He wanted somebody to win. He's had days to mull it over. He's
I
okay.
need this sent to my phone. I
yeah,
wanna
it's
watch
just
it.
a reaction at this point. Roxanne,
It should
like
be.
you guys said, Roxanne's like 23.
Yeah, it should be on the channel.
She'll have time to develop, to prove here, to win big matches like Money in the Bank, get a win a world championship, yada yada. But
Look, I was the. I'm pretty sure I've been the same in the past where I've not necessarily agreed with winners or things in wrestling. And then, I take days to mull it over. And I'm like, okay, I've seen some stuff play out on TV. I kind of see where they're going. I'll let it happen. Usually I'm like, I don't think it'll reach a satisfying conclusion. But then, for me, Naomi winning Money in the Bank, I feel like, whoa, if that makes sense.
Well, hold on.
Because
I'm reading the YouTube chat right now, and someone, Universal says the main reason why Naomi won Money in the Bank is that she is leaving at the end of this year. She is pregnant and leaving to have a baby. It is highly doubtful she is coming back. This is her last run.
Well, if she was pregnant, she wouldn't be wrestling right now. So what's your
True.
point?
He also says that Alexa Bliss was supposed to win Money in the Bank, but Jean Paul made the decision a few weeks ago to have Naomi win.
Okay, I feel like either this person is trolling or they get the news from Facebook, which is
Who's
not
John Paul?
reliable. John Polovic.
Anyway,
It's on the ball.
all right. We need to get
So
off
we
the
gotta-
women's money in the bank because we have a whole shit ton of shit to get to. All right. So the IC title, there was an IC title match that was announced on the YouTube show
During Worlds
that is
Collide.
happening here. Yeah. Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. Obviously,
Triple H.
Dominic won.
Yeah,
First
this match, I'd say, like, there wasn't really. I don't know, got like 5 minutes or something.
It's
There
a
wasn't a whole
short
lot.
match.
There wasn't a whole lot
Like-
to go, to be honest. You know.
It's really disrespecting freaking Octagon Jr. Like he's
It
I
just
mean,
seemed
like-
like a filler match.
It was, but then
Yeah.
I feel like Octagon Jr. obviously provided the majority of the high spots. I feel like for the small time he had, he did all right. Dominic,
he
we already know
probably
what he
did
can
too.
do. But then, you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't think any AAA people, unless it's an NXT maybe, are going to be beating main roster talent for their championships at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
so Dominic's, you know, winning was always a foregone
Unless you're
conclusion.
Trick Williams and you're the TNA World Champion.
Ah, fuck him.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Anyway.
slightly different though, because I feel like a TNA talent's not going to win a WWE title unless it's Joe Hendry the minute he's under WWE's banner.
Yeah. All right. So next we have Becky Lynch taking on Lyra Valkyria for the women's IC title.
Another great
in
match,
which,
by the way.
Becky came out with the win after pulling some tights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like, you know, that's expected. She's a heel now. She's sort of being a slimy heel as well. That's the way she's been portrayed as. But at the same time, I feel like, for me, this was easily match of the night again. And I feel like you put Lyra and Becky in a ring, it's always magic. And that's just what we got again. Unfortunately, though, do
It's
I
what
agree with Becky winning necessarily? Not really. But I can see why, based on what happened on Raw. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like Lyra is going to be back for that sort of thing eventually, especially because she still has to raise her hand in victory several times, by the way, because Becky was like, I haven't done enough yet, come on, lift up again. you know?
Yep. So
Then
after
Lyra
the
got
match,
angry and went, bang.
yeah. So after the match, pretty much Lyra was getting ready to leave. Becky told her that not only did she have to raise Lynch's hands, but also put the title around her, and Lyra did that. However, afterwards she would, she would hit Becky a lot. After it was I thought it was pretty good, and I mean, listen, no one here is understanding why I said at that moment that's when when Bailey should have returned. I felt like on the pay-per-view it would have meant a lot more, but
I feel like
I guess
her
what-
returning on
what-
Raw either way still accomplished what it's out to do. She got a huge pop, so I mean,
I
Arizona
mean, she
was a good
did,
crowd.
she did, but I was just. Yeah. All right.
I
So
feel like
now
it's going to
we-
be Becky and Bailey for the IC title at SummerSlam, and I don't really get it unless they're going to elevate Lyra up the card, if that makes sense.
Maybe.
Because Lyra is,
Now-
you know, first ever women's Intercontinental champion, longest reigning, guaranteed.
Lyra
obviously.
did really good with that reign too.
She did.
So now we get to what many. All right, I can't believe people were saying this. The most controversial men's Money in the Bank match,
Oh my god.
as it featured Seth Rollins, El Grande Americano, LA Knight, Penta, Solo, and Andrade.
I'm telling you right now, Penta should have taken the briefcase.
So
No!
this match had a
No.
lot of shenanigans, including the Visionaries, which is Seth Rollins'
Henchman.
lackeys coming out. Yep. Solo had Jacob Fatu and his guys come out, in which thank God Jacob Fatu finally turned on frickin' Solo. He said, "I hate you,"
Two's
And
now
then-
babyface.
and then put him through. He's always been.
No, he hasn't.
What if Solo is the babyface now?
No, fuck that. Anyway,
No.
No.
no, fuck that.
That's a big fuck you at that end, Ross.
Let me put it into terms you can easily understand. Solo Sikoa, not over. Acts like a heel. Jacob Fatu is over. May have been acting like a heel. Turns on Solo Sikoa, who everybody dislikes, and goes, so yeah, he's the babyface, alright.
Well, so getting towards the end of the match, there was a ladder spot in which people said, holy crap, if it was just an inch or more to the side, one wrestler pretty much would have died.
Yeah, that ladder spot was, it wasn't great.
Yeah, if it was an inch or two closer, El Grande would have been El Gano.
El Grande.
El
Grande.
Oh God.
El Grande.
Grande.
Maybe the El
El
Grande.
Grande America. El Grande America.
But
El
anyway,
Grande, the Gulf of Americano.
here's where the people got mad. So Mr. LA Knight himself was
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
getting ready to climb. Well, it says here Rollins scaled the fireball ladder, but was met by Knight, who nearly connected with the BFT. Rollins countered, then landed the stomp before climbing atop the ladder and unhooking the briefcase, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank for the second time in his career. And everyone in here, except for myself, was a bit pissy.
I know, I heard. Heard it all.
Or upset, but now that I've seen what happened on Raw, I'm very happy it happened.
Yeah, because the news is that the direction is that LA Knight and Seth Rollins are now going to feud, which I think is great. But at the same time, it's like, what more does LA Knight have to do? Do you know what I mean?
Make
But
it
then
for the
it's like-
briefcase, damn it.
I understand Seth Rollins was a clear and obvious choice. It makes the most narrative sense. But he still could have easily got the World Heavyweight Championship, one way or another, without a Money in the Bank briefcase. That's just my opinion.
I agree. Seth Rollins had multiple avenues to the World Heavyweight title, and he didn't need
Well-
Money in the Bank because that could have
Yeah,
gone to another superstar that was ready for the main
Yeah,
event.
but with Seth Rollins win Money in the Bank, if he goes for the world title, it makes no sense because he could win a world title, the World Heavyweight Championship, without the briefcase.
Okay, here's where I'm gonna debate here. First off, why would LA Knight want to go after the friggin' world title when, no offense, he's been in storylines where he's been trying to go after the Universal or the Undisputed Championship? Like, that to
Well,
me
there's
makes
the
no
draft in
sense.
September.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and have him go up and cash in on Gunther now, because yes, Gunther is the new world champion, by the way.
I don't think Gunther holds it for
Instead
that
of-
long.
Hold on. Yes!
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But for me, LA Knight winning it, I mean, having Seth win it is now adding to this whole thing that is happening now that happened on Raw that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, as I said, it
But-
makes narrative sense. He holds all the power with
But-
it and whatever, but
I mean,
know,
to
he
sit
can
here and act
still-
like LA Knight is not going to win a world title, he's going to win a world title. He doesn't need the briefcase to win the world title.
You know who else doesn't need the briefcase to win the world title? Seth Rollins.
Axe.
Which is why I also said they should have just given it to El Grande Americano, and then all this mess would be ignored. Now, let's
Never
move on to
happened.
the main event. Shut up. You don't fucking
Pongolo
know.
would have been a better fit for the briefcase than El Grande Americano.
Well, I actually have wrestling news on El Grande Americano, so just give me a second here. All right, so we now get to the main event.
of course you
The
did.
main event, which featured Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes going up against John Cena and Logan Paul. Now,
Yeah,
this match
was boring for the first half.
for the first half, during the match, John Cena and Logan Paul pretty much, got at each other. But then, obviously, Logan Paul hit some awesome stuff. I thought he hit some awesome stuff.
Apparently somebody told him before the match he's not going to make the jump. I'm like, did you not see the one he did in the ring to AJ Styles where he basically cleared 90% of the ring?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ.
He's a phenomenal athlete in general, do you know what I mean? Like, he can
Yeah.
do whatever. So, a springboard moonsault on the outside to an announce table is basically nothing for him.
Yeah. So then Logan also had a cool spot with one of the drone cams.
Yeah, Cody did the superplex while he was holding the drone.
Yeah, and then Jay did the Uso splash. At some point, the ref ends up getting checked. Is checking on the superstars outside the ring, not paying attention. Cena has the belt. Looks like he's gonna hit Rhodes. He hits Rhodes, but then a masked man starts attacking Cena after jumping the barricade. We don't know who the hell this man is. All of a sudden, he takes off the mask, and it's our fucking truth.
No,
The man who we thought was
no.
gone. Ron
R-Truth is
Killing,
dead.
whatever.
Aliens, yeah.
R-Truth is dead.
Well, the announcers were calling him R-Truth, and that's what it says here on the webpage, so that's what I'm saying. Anyway, so R-Truth
Alright.
ends up grabbing the title and blasting John Cena with the championship, leading Cody Rhodes to hit the crossroads and get the win by pinning Cena.
Yes.
And now Cody has a pin over the champion, and that has been marked down.
But Cody's also being king of the ring. So
Yeah, that.
usually that means
King Cody.
the winner of that gets a world title match at SummerSlam. So I'm guessing the most obvious avenue is Cody Rhodes being king of the ring.
Yeah.
So before we get to Raw, I do have wrestling news that comes from this. WWE apparently has, well, the WWE shop has made a huge mistake by unveiling El Grande Americano's identity. When
Gee, I wonder
fans-
who.
When fans receive the El Grande Americano mask that is sold on the WWE shop, apparently if you look up at the barcode, it says Chad Gable / El Grande Americano mask.
Who would have thought?
They don't.
I want to
fucked
say
up.
I have a statement here.
It's
Uh,
fate.
It says here, we don't know who made this clerical error, but we can assure everyone that we will make this right. El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable.
Yeah, Ian.
It's never been Chad Gable, and it never will be Chad Gable. If anyone says that El Grande Americano's Chad Gable, you get it out.
Until a certain
I'll
point.
take that. Thank you.
You can take that.
Yeah.
Effort. Fuck off.
So what I told you
Give
was
that to me.
from a certain point.
Yeah, you've lost your privileges.
Let me see. There was another piece of news. Where the hell did it go? I don't have it. Shit.
Oh yeah,
I
the
also have-
R-Truth return, right? Or wrong killings. Sorry.
Yep.
I incorrectly said something on the stream. I have since apologized to somebody in the comments of that stream or the clip that was posted. I said it was a work. I was wrong, but as I said in the comment, I had no previous prior information that told me otherwise. And WWE in the press conference, aka Triple H, looking at you, buddy, treat it as if it was massive. Wait, just watch the show. Shut up, you old fuck. Anyway, the point is,
Jesus Christ.
the return materialized literally days before, like 3 days before, within 72 hours before Money in the Bank. And R-Truth was even in discussions for independent bookings and appearances until Nick Khan himself personally had to reach out to get him to come back. Because he was like, I'm not speaking to anybody else, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he said, if I want to come back, I have to be me. And that means shedding the skin that once was R-Truth and becoming Ron Killings. Which we'll get onto a bit more later when it comes to Raw, because for me that was very symbolic.
So Sheamus is in the news here because apparently he posted something on his Twitter page yesterday saying, "Take my money," as he tries to predict who is the fourth man in the men's King of the Ring tournament on Raw between him, Rusev, Brunson Reed, and a mystery opponent. He put an iguana emoji.
It's a gecko.
Whatever.
Look, it looks like a gecko. But he's clearly
I-
referencing Mr. Iguana. I don't think it's gonna be Mr. Iguana.
I don't think it's gonna be.
Realistically, it'll either be Karrion Kross or Ilya Dragunov.
Anyway, speaking of bracketology, on the Queen of the Ring side, they spoiled something.
Yes.
Namely, the return of Asuka.
Yeah.
It literally makes
How the
no
fuck do you get that wrong? I'm
sense. It's a lot,
sorry, but
WWE.
Very simple.
you make a clerical
Yeah.
error on Chad. They're not having a good week, are they? Whoever's in charge of several departments, they are not having a good week.
Yeah, they just spoil Oscar's return.
Apparently not.
They
They're failing miserably.
I mean, they spoiled Charlotte's return before the Rumble. What's the point?
They did.
Yeah, fair point.
You can provide ear from your dark cousin.
Why can't we just be happy that she's back?
True.
That's a good.
I mean,
Yes,
I'm happy
they
she's
did
back,
spoil
yes.
her return.
I think they put a vignette about her on the show anyway as well, but
They
it's
did.
like,
Yeah.
but it's like, don't reveal she's in the brackets before you do the vignette. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well-
Yeah, I mean.
You know
Well,
what I
you
mean?
see,
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know.
No pain. No.
Yes.
but where is it here? Also, many people are predicting that Goldberg will be making his return soon.
Yeah, the reports
Gee, I
say
wonder when.
this coming Raw in Wisconsin.
But there's also
So-
news of a person making their debut on, I believe it's at SmackDown.
Yeah.
Hikuleo?
Hikuleo, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's Hikuleo.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the most obvious opening for him is that he's going to be Solo Sikoa's latest new heavy. Even though he's got JC Mateo, but, you know, because Jacob Fatu
My man's doing pretty much Bloodline 2.0, but like 3.0.
Yeah, and when he gets both the Tongans back, it'll be like, you know, basically, because Hikuleo is he's the brother of Tonga Loa and Tamatonga, so
Yeah.
he's gonna have 3 Tongans and a Hawaiian super tank, you know.
I do have an interesting stat before we get into the show reviews. Are you ready for
Alright.
this?
Hold on. Did we
What
ever?
is
Did we ever
This
decide
is
who's the
the-
champion?
Huh?
Did we ever? Did we decide who's the champion or not?
What?
Didn't we already? What?
What do you mean by that?
Remember? Remember?
No.
Remember? It was a time between Ross and Mega during Money in the Bank.
Yeah, we
Oh,
said that
yeah.
Ross won.
Oh, Ross won it. Fuck.
Yeah, Ross won it.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
Will Smith,
Yeah.
I think.
I wasn't here and I won another thing. Yay.
Yeah, you did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, prick.
Yay.
Oh damn! Thank you.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Well, anyway, I have the interesting stat of the week, and this is quickest WWE releases and rehires in history.
I think I saw
Although
this.
R-Truth was released and rehired in 7 days. Emma, everyone remembers Emma.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
She
god!
was released
Yeah.
and rehired in 24 hours.
Neil
You guys
Jack.
want to
I
know
know
the
who's
quickest release and you guys want to know the quickest release and rehire in history?
I know who this is.
The Boogeyman for
The
6
Boogeyman.
hours.
Yep. Hours.
6 hours? I'm sorry. 6 fucking hours?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's great. All right.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to share that. Okay. So now we can get into the show reviews, and we're gonna start with Monday Night Raw
Rawr.
because I didn't watch SmackDown before Money in the Bank, unless someone else did.
Nope.
All right, good. Fuck
Anybody?
that then.
Okay. Great talk.
God damn.
One
Yeah.
each. See?
I did
All
not
right,
watch
hold on.
SmackDown.
Did anyone watch SmackDown? Seriously.
No,
I haven't watched anything.
I didn't come back from vacation yet by then, so I didn't see it.
Well, that sucks.
Well, I
Let
guess
me
we're not talking about it. Let's move to Monday Night Raw.
No. We got it because we need to talk about a SmackDown. Here, I'll just go through them quickly. So,
You know what? Let's go to AEW Collision.
how about you fuck off?
Yeah, sorry, Ross.
All right, never mind. We'll fucking if Liam comes back and wants to talk about SmackDown, we'll talk about it. But anyway, we're just gonna skip to Raw. All right. So let's start with Monday Night Raw, and guess who kicks off the fucking show?
John
Who kicked it
Cena.
off?
John Cena walks slowly down to the
Oh.
ring.
Ring.
John
Trust
Cena
me,
grabs a mic as a dueling champ picks up for him. Half the crowd saying he sucks. The other half is saying, "Let's go, Cena." Cena says the crowd teaches him something every time they open their mouths. What they taught him at Money in the Bank is that the truth is a lie. They opened their mouths and wasted their energy on a sideshow comedian whose greatest achievement is pretending to be Cena.
I still thought it was funny.
He then goes on to say they thought they did something good. The crowd chants, "We want truth." Cena asks if they thought that accomplished anything. They are spineless keyboard warriors, ignorant armchair activists. They do not have any real power to change anything. The crowd boos. Cena says our truth is a gimmick they will spit out. A year from now, they won't care about him. Our truth will never use Cena to benefit one of his garbage pity parties again. Then Cena frustratedly screams, "It's his retirement tour, damn it." He has limited time. He had 36 dates. It was on 27, then all of a sudden down to 19. Now he's at 18. He says they should use their voices to send him competition. Anyone they have cheered for, from R-Truth to Cody Rhodes to Randy Orton, he shut their mouths and has beaten their best. Well, guess what? He said the word. Here comes
Look
Punk.
in my eyes. What do you see?
And he's pissed. And every fucking wrestling fan's like, "Oh my god, fuck yes, this is what we wanted." Yes. I've been calling for it. Punk asks Cena if he is comfortable, pretty much. Punk wants him to be comfortable because he has a lot of things to get off his chest. He's prepared to have a conversation with his fist, but Cena will have to listen to what he has to say one way or another. Ironically, Cena is strapped up, saying he will ruin wrestling and the establishment that made him who he is. Then you have CM Punk seamlessly defending the establishment, which is fucked. It's like we're in a goddamn time warp. I don't like this.
Mm.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Punk isn't defending the establishment. Punk isn't standing for TKO and isn't defending the billionaires. He's defending the people. In which I'm like, yes, he's going back to that Punk. I love that Punk. Because that means he can say whatever he wants and he doesn't give a shit. I like it. Punk asked Cena what Cena is so mad about. Is he mad that the establishment picked him, not the people? They picked him in 2011 to be the voice of the voiceless. Cena is saying he hasn't had the best he has. Punk says this, and I was about ready to knock him out. He said Cody is the best they've got. Punk, I love you. You're supposed to be the best in the world. Quit putting over that fucking blonde reject.
Yeah, and also Roman Reigns still exists.
Yeah.
No, we don't know where he is. He's out of the picture. Anyway, Cena beat him because he took cheap shots and shortcuts. Punk isn't here to kiss the final boss's ass like Cena. Oh, yeah, he mentioned the final boss. Ooh. Punk is here to let him know that the people are his boss. Cena holds up the title and shakes his head. Punk says it's his job to give them what they want. If they want the truth, they're going to get Ron Killings. They're all spokes on the wheel. It's time CM Punk taught John Cena that he's another spoke on the wheel too. It starts with him taking the title off of Cena's shoulders. The first time they locked up at Elimination Chamber, Punk felt it was different. Rollins stomped him, and then Cena didn't hesitate. Cena told him in an anguish that he's sorry, in which I rewatched the clip. He did. Cena was like, I'm sorry. So fuck him. Anyways, Cena knows what he's doing isn't right. The crowd chants, you sold out. Cena somberly looks down. When Punk takes the title, Cena will spend the rest of his dates crisscrossing the country, apologizing to the people for the man that he's become. The title has corrupted him. Punk shoves him. Punk knows the same belt turned him into a monster in 2012, which is referring to the old spinner belt when Punk held that title for the time that he held it for, which I was like, holy shit, he's going that far back? All right. He then goes on to say when he came back to WWE, he had a list of goals. Holding that title isn't one of them. And I was like, Punk, you're such a fucking liar. You lying little bastard. The people want you to have that belt one more time, you fuck. That's why you came back.
No, that's not why he came back. He came back because he wanted the main event of WrestleMania. And he
I
got
don't
that.
give a fuck what he wants. The people want him with the belt, damn it. Fuck your WrestleMania moment. I want you raising the title one more time, god damn it.
Wow,
Anyway.
I'm telling Punk.
Good, tell him. I don't give a shit.
He already made
Anyway,
it.
Oh,
So
He said
Cena's in
he
trouble.
he says holding the title isn't one of them because he's afraid of the man he'll become. That's the chip everyone wants. Few can accomplishment. Punk has to become a monster to stop a monster. To Cena, guys like him and Seth Rollins, that title is a chip that means power and control. To Punk, that title is something that belongs to the people. Cena stares at Punk as dueling chants start up. Punk says, by his count, Cena has 18 dates left. With a bit of respect he has left for Cena, Cena can pick the date when Punk takes the title off his shoulder. If Cena is any type of man, if he's more Boston Red Sox than New York Yankees, oh, he's going back to that line. I was like, holy shit. Great line. Cena will say the day is tonight in Phoenix. The fans cheer, and Cena goes, John Cena, CM Punk, one more match. The best in the world against the greatest of all time for the undisputed WWE Championship. Let's do it. The fans fucking lose their minds. They're like, yes, yes. But Cena smirks and says, not tonight. No, a match like this, you're going to follow me to Saudi Arabia, and we're going to do it at Night of Champions. The ball's in your court, hero. As Cena holds up the belt, Punk gives him a look of like, you motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, burn it down. Out comes Seth with the fucking briefcase. And, of course, his lackeys as he just holds it up and is pretty much fucking laughing the whole time. I'm like, fuck you, Seth. Bastard.
He's the bastard. He's a bow-legged
deserves
bastard.
to fuck you.
I said if he gets involved, I'm going to fucking drop him. But I was like, now it makes sense.
Oh, we drop kicking people now? I'm all in. Let's go.
Then it cut from that, which I thought Seth was going to send his cronies down to beat up Cena and Punk, but I guess I was wrong. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett were on commentary. Pat McAfee wasn't there because he's a jerk off and wants to go commentate the fucking NBA Finals for the Pacers. Jack off. Anyway, so we have the first round Fatal 4-Way Women's Queen of the Ring tournament match, which features Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, the women's tag team champion Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez. On the other side, we have Sami Zayn, Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, and Penta that'll battle later. Let's see. Chad Gable makes his way to the ring as it was going to be him versus AJ Styles. In the first match on Raw, AJ got the win as he hit a Styles clash that honestly scared the living shit out of me for a minute. Did anyone see that Styles clash? It didn't look like his normal
No, it's not.
Styles Clash. Vega, did you see it?
Yes.
What did it look like?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Anyway,
Nice.
no, like I saw the Styles Clash that he hit. I was like, what the fuck kind of Styles Clash was that?
It was called Murder, is what it was.
Dude, I was worried. I was like, wait a minute,
Not
Jesus
lie.
Christ. I was like, that did not look right.
Well, he did the roll through off the car crusher, and then he was like, he just did it straight away.
Yeah.
You know, he did it in like 2 seconds flat. I was like,
I mean, it was a pretty good finish, but still, I was like, Jesus Christ, that didn't look normal.
well, when Chad Gable was trying to get you in the ankle, well, you know, you got to get out of it somehow.
Yeah, you gotta go
So it's
quick.
like, let me just roll you through to look like I'm going to do a calf crusher, and I'll just fucking flatten you in your face.
Yeah, let me slam you on your face.
But
So
also
then we
potentially
Oh.
effing up my own knees.
So then we have the first round Fatal 4-Way match for the Queen of the Ring tournament, which was Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Kairi Sane, and Rhea Ripley. And
As we alluded to
Yeah.
earlier, Roxanne Perez got the win.
she did. But it was
But it was
weird
also
for a
the-
minute because Kairi Sane hit the insane elbow.
While Liv was pinning Rhea, or vice versa, I can't remember which.
It says here Raquel Rodriguez pulled Rhea out of the ring. Rhea and Rodriguez battled
that's right,
outside
yeah.
the ring until Zayn swiped them out with the insane elbow off the top rope. Then Zayn goes to the top rope and hits Morgan with the elbow. 1-2. Perez breaks it up and rolls Zayn up for the win.
Scene, yes. She did do that.
In which I was
Which
like,
re-
hell yeah.
I think she's facing one of the women in the 4-way tomorrow night on SmackDown, which I think is pretty
I think
much
Jade Cargill.
Jake Cargill, Nia Jax. There's a couple others in there. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I don't
Piper
have it in
Niven's
front
in
of me.
There's a lot of
Then
big
there's
people.
Meechin, I
I
think.
think it's Meechin.
Yeah, Meechin.
Or
yeah.
Meechin.
She's got to fight 3 big women, you know.
Wow, the woman that we forgot. Wow. It's okay. WWE forgot her too. Anyway, so just saying. So then we go to a backstage segment as Becky Lynch starts walking towards the ring. We notice that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller got into an argument,
Yeah, they were bickering in the
Good.
background.
in which I was like, "Oh, come on, now it's about time. Let's push this." Uh,
Does anyone care anymore?
Yes.
no,
They're
I'm already
about-
over it.
They're about a year and a half too late with it.
WWE
Yeah,
took
I'm
way
I'm already over it. They should have ended that a long time ago. I'm already over it.
Yeah, just
What Noble?
just literally just break it up and just move on.
I want to see what they do with them after. That's why I'm
Honestly, to be
interested.
fair, a few weeks ago there were loud Austin Theory chants when he was ringside for a Grayson Waller match.
Yeah, because they're pushing
So
for the
maybe
fucker to
there's some
turn
of it
on him
left.
already.
Yeah, but properly look like, you know, oh, let's just dip our toes in with the teasers. This time they're going full tilt with it, and it's just like, but it took you like 2 fucking years. It's getting boring.
Yeah, during one of the breaks, there was a interview with the New Day, and Waller was talking to the New Day, and I guess he was talking shit
But also,
about, yeah. So let's see. Let's see, backstage segment here. Yep. So we have backstage segment. Natalia and Maxine Dupree are talking to Nikki Bella. Yeah, Nikki Bella's back. Yay! Everyone was excited.
Yay!
you can look,
Yep,
but you
Bella.
can't touch.
She gives them she hugs Natalia and Maxine Dupree and walks off before running into Io Sky, who is trying to
have a
console Kairi Sane.
They have a little chit-
Zane, yeah, she walked off. But Bella congratulates Sky on being a great champion. Sky says Bella paved the road for them. Bella thanks her and walks off. Now
Making
I gotta
a bit
ask a
of beat,
question.
but yeah.
I gotta ask a question. Would anyone be upset if that match happened?
No.
A little bit.
No.
Bella versus Io.
A little
No.
bit.
I want it.
I feel like
Uh,
Io's going outclassed her in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
That's why.
So then we get
That's why I said not really. Yeah.
so then we get the man, Becky Lynch. She comes out. She asks why the crowd isn't chanting why she deserves it.
Because you cheated. That's
She's
why.
like, she says it's so hard for her to celebrate something new after everything she's done in her career. She's won multiple other titles, including a Royal Rumble, an Elimination Chamber, being the first woman to main event WrestleMania, being a New York Times best-selling author, and now Women's IC champion. This should be an opportunity to celebrate because this title is meant to be an opportunity. The biggest opportunity the title got was when she won it and welcomed it to the big time. Fuck off, Becky.
Why?
Like seriously, fuck you.
So big time Bex is back.
Yeah.
No.
Lynch calls out the crazy bird lady to demand an apology and to raise her hand right. Lyra Valkyria heads to the ring looking frustrated. Lynch waits for Valkyria to get in the ring, but then suddenly, oh no, she's back. Bailey's back. She attacked.
Big
Sorry.
booty Bailey, big booty Bailey.
What the hell?
Booty
Trust me,
butt,
that's
booty
all I've
butt,
seen on
cheeks.
Twitter is different
Booty butt,
angles.
Booty butt,
That's
cheeks.
all I've seen on Twitter is different angles. But anyway,
Big booty
so,
Bailey.
Yep.
She was great, by the way.
so for folks that don't know, Lynch attacked Bailey before Mania, costing her a match on the show. Bailey was gonna go for a Rose Plant, but Lynch got out of it and escaped through the crowd. Bailey is fired up. People were like, yeah. But that
Can I just
segment,
point something out?
yeah.
Really quick about that segment. Bailey returned, which is awesome. What intrigued me a bit is that Lyra looked a bit conflicted when she came back. Lyra looked a bit confused when Bailey came back, almost as if she didn't want Bailey to come back at that time.
Well,
She was
yeah,
like,
'cause
why are you here?
she knows she's going to get pushed aside for a women's intercontinental championship opportunity. That's why. Because Becky cheated to beat her, but then instead they're just going to go with Becky and Bailey. So
Yeah, which I want to give an opinion here, but I know these guys are gonna yell at me and say that I'm wrong. But
Sounds like us.
I want the triple. I want the triple threat. I don't know why. I want the triple threat for that title. Noble, you can shake your head all you want.
no.
I want the
I
triple
don't
threat for
disagree.
that.
I don't disagree at all. I think that's what they should be doing.
Yeah, agreed.
I think that's what they should be doing.
I think SummerSlam, that would be a very fucking huge match.
I mean, let's face it, right? The triple threat does actually make logical sense because both Lyra and Bailey have beef with Becky for different reasons. So,
Well, I think you do Bailey versus Becky in Saudi at Night of Champions, and then SummerSlam you have them compete for the triple threat there.
yes.
Or have
I agree.
Bailey Becky Evolution.
Yeah, that
Oh
might
fuck!
happen.
Oh fuck! I
Maybe.
forgot that pay per view.
Maybe, yeah. So
So
did WWE
I
until
think
recently.
Mom's gone.
So did WWE until Raw this past month.
Well,
Raw.
so the segment didn't
Raw.
end there. So it cuts to the commentary table. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett are discussing
Oh, yeah, she's gone.
are discussing what just happened when all of a sudden a masked figure got on the commentary, and who is it? And I'm going by what it says here as of right now. So before you jump down my throat, fuck off.
Okay.
It was revealed to be R-Truth. R-Truth tells them not to let anyone tell them that they don't matter or that their voices don't matter. They heard, they listened, they felt, and they understood. R-Truth says he's back because of the people. The crowd chants truth. R-Truth says they brought him back. They wanted the truth, and they got it. They won. R-Truth is back for the people. He's back for himself, too. Not only did they bring truth back, they got him. And everyone was like, what? And they were like, they all love R-Truth. He loves him as well. But R-Truth can be too funny all the time. R-Truth can be too nice and too forgiving. Not him. I wish you would. R-Truth says he feels different and alive. For anyone who thinks he's a lie, a sideshow act, or a gimmick. He then all of a sudden takes out a pair of scissors. And he proceeds to cut his braids off on the commentary table. And everyone's like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
What is that boy doing?
Fuck is he
Murder.
doing?
And
He was shedding
he
skin.
then holds up the braids and he says, the truth has set me free. I am Ron Killings. I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name.
You can't
Yeah.
handle the truth.
Now, the last time I heard the truth has set me free, that's when Truth was a heel.
Yeah.
Because I remember that. Because I remember that was his whole theme. It was just the truth shall set you free. And then he just walked down to the ring. He didn't do his. I was like, holy shit. I want to bring up this fact really quick. That segment that I just read off about Ron Killings, that was more viewed than the beginning of the show with John Cena and CM Punk.
Numbers.
It says here 1.6 million. That was the Raw highlights video at the time. Meanwhile, John Cena and Punk, they got 1.5 million for their segment. This was 13 hours after that happened. So that was the next day. Is what?
Reviews.
Yeah.
John Cena and CM Punk it.
I just said 1.5 million.
Well, I had to leave to fix
Meanwhile,
something.
huh?
I had to leave to fix something. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, so Cena and Punk got 1.5 million. Ron Killings got 1.6 million.
Oh, so it was only like 100K difference.
We then go backstage and we go to the clubhouse.
The Judgment Day.
Dominic Mysterio is warming up when Balor and JD walk in. Balor asked about him getting into King of the Ring tournament. Mysterio said Balor had his chance and didn't think he'd mind entering the tournament. Nice one. In which Finn said, "Oh no, that's all good. That's all good." I can tell you what, he's getting pissed off. Roxanne walks up and Balor says things are coming together. Liv and Raquel walk up. Morgan is furious. Perez says she helped Morgan out by not letting Kairi Sane pin her. Morgan isn't happy and walks off. Balor tells Mysterio to talk to her, and he says he's got a match. Mysterio runs off, and Balor sits there with his shit-eating grin once again. Okay. Jesus Christ. We then get a video package, a highlight reel of Mr. Iguana, WWE's newest star. And from what I've heard, I heard he's skipping the NXT roster, and I heard he's going main. Which I would love that.
Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Guan is fucking great at Quilts Collide, so
So it says here we then go to a private suite in which Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins says he is conducting an all-out assault on both world champions. Whether they take it by victory or by haste, absolute power will be theirs. Breaker smiles and barks as he walks away to get ready for his King of the Ring. Big Brunson Reed pats the Money in the Bank briefcase as Paul Heyman smiles. Yeah, you fat bastard. Let's see. So then we get the King of the Ring tournament between Penta, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Sami Zayn, and Braun Breaker. Would anyone like to take a guess on who got the win here? Because ain't no fucking way anyone got the... I'll give you a hint. It's the man with the huluva kick, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
However, he got a little bit of help. So Braun Breaker hits a huge spear on Penta on the outside, pretty much breaks him in half. All of a sudden, LA Knight comes out of fucking nowhere and hits BFT on the floor. He leaves through the crowd. In the ring, Zayn hits Mysterio with an exploding suplex into the turnbuckles, and then Zayn hits the huluva kick and gets the 1-2-3. I was like, holy
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Very well.
LA Knight's back for revenge.
Yeah.
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 Gonna go after Seth Rollins and his goons.
Yeah.
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 Gonna drop them on their heads with BFTs.
Yeah.
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 Let's see. So then we get a video package. I'm skipping a few things here, like the backstage segment. There was that whole New Day thing. He says, bring them. Pretty much the New Day says, bring us someone that can take these off of us, and you better thank God for the New Day.
No.
I'd rather not. Thank you very much. Fuck you, New Day.
Then there was a video package. Pretty much WWE is returning to Las Vegas for the second year to present WrestleMania 42 in 2026. They're doubling down.
Look, man, I get it from a business perspective. Like Aled would say, if they were here, I would make them a whole bunch of money and whatever. Yeah, correct. But
Double Down
it
makes
doesn't
sense.
make me feel a lot.
Like, Double Down makes sense, but like,
The crowd
Just-
was really bad.
it's
on
just,
night one, I'm sorry.
just no.
Like, if people are going to turn up to WrestleMania, no doubt the prices will be double what they were this year, or whatever. I mean, you can only get people who will sit there in silence, doing nothing.
They're on their phones.
When, because night one, there seemed to be like all there was just people barely making any noise. For, they peaked at Jey Uso and Gunther when they were yeeting all over the
Yeah.
place and whatever. And then in night two, I feel like they were a bit more alive, a bit more lively. People actually cared and whatever. I mean, I think they probably did like the night one main event, but I think whatever was in between, they didn't like. But at the same time, it's just I'm not optimistic about a good crowd in Vegas anymore for whatever reason.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the
So-
song that they had for it.
Yeah, Alex Warren.
It's been leaked apparently, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was a pretty good song. I liked it. It was a bop.
I haven't heard it
Well,
yet.
that's because it's not out yet. It's not out yet.
Fuck yeah,
Good point.
Of all the fucking places you do Mania,
It got leaked,
Yeah.
so
Way to go, WWE.
of
Bastard.
all the places you do Mania here, fucking Vegas again. I don't like
You guys
it.
gotta understand, it's for a money standpoint. Why do you think they had all the fucking sponsorships during Money in the Bank?
Pretty much.
It's all about the money, money, money.
It's all about the money at the end of the day.
There was another video
With your money,
package about
money,
saying
money.
Asuka is returning next week.
They
Then they also
spoil it.
showcase that next week, whatever. Next week, Asuka will battle Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie Vaquer in a Queen of the Ring first round Fatal 4-Way, another Fatal 4-Way, and then we also see Sheamus, Rusev, Big Bronson Reed, and a mystery person in the King of the Ring side of things as well.
Which could be Ilya Dragunov.
That is the betting favorite at the moment. Is that it's going to be Ilya.
I hope so.
But now people are like, Sheamus better be fucking with us, because I swear to God, if they put that green bastard in there,
I'm gonna be honest.
and if it's not,
I feel like the final for the King of the Ring tournament is gonna be Cody versus Sammy. That's what I honestly think it's gonna be.
and Sammy gets the win. No, just kidding.
and then they do Gunther and Ilya in Clash in Paris.
Oh, that's a 5-star classic right there.
Dude, that match would slap. Yes.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
you see
if
what I
that
did
match
there?
ever if it comes back and they make that match official for Clash in Paris, I cannot say what I'm allowed to say of what I would do because it's not PG.
Everything you say is
Da, da, da,
All
What
right,
is fucking? What is
so then we
fucking-
get you can look, but you can't touch. Yeah, Nikki Bella's back. Yeah, the crowd gave her a nice pop. Yeah, she's back. She's sitting there talking about the amazing talent, talking about evolution. And then this little blonde bitch had to come fucking interrupt. It's fucking Liv Morgan.
I'm the greatest WWE Women's World Champion ever.
I am the most talented woman in the division. Yeah, that's why you have a tag belt and not a singles belt. Yeah, just
She had a singles run last year.
yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, last year. Let's
It wasn't a
circle
huge fan.
that.
It wasn't exactly a huge failure, but the fact that it's centered around her and Rhea.
Okay, I have no respect for that.
That's
Bitch. She says that.
You do.
No, fuck her. She
You do.
says that
No, you
Bella
do.
is jealous. Morgan has everything that Bella doesn't. Has respect, a championship, and a man.
Representing the
looks-
real life divorce
Bella-
on TV. They better win
Yeah.
over that before the segment, otherwise, you know.
Otherwise, we get another Tiffany Charlotte.
Yeah.
Bella looked disgusted with Morgan. Bella says she gets it. Morgan lost tonight and is angry. It's a bad night for Morgan. Speaking of Morgan's man, Bella is trying to figure out who he belongs to. Is it Morgan or is it Roxanne Perez? Bella tells Morgan to celebrate Perez on behalf of. Wait, what? On her behalf for taking her match and her man.
Goddamn.
Oh. Bella goes to leave, but Morgan stops her. Morgan says she's still a champion. All Bella will ever be is a reality show diva. Bella angrily enters the ring, but Morgan takes her out with an oblivion. Morgan shouts that this is her division before storming off. Yeah, fuck you.
But can I just say, Nikki Bella has taken the best bump of the Oblivion I've ever seen. Like, straight
Yeah,
flat
I was
out,
gonna
you
say,
know.
she fucking.
The other one who comes close
She
to
took it like a
Io is
champ.
Spike bump off it. That's it. And maybe Io, she takes it quite
Nikki
well.
Bella had that John Cena sell.
Just flat out, yeah. And just like, I wouldn't say it's a sell, it was a bump. The way she sold it was the way she was laying there like she was dead afterwards. You know?
All right, now we get the main event. Main event: Jey Uso with his son enter through the crowd as they take on Daring General Gunther. The bell rings and this rematch of WrestleMania 41 begins with the fans chanting, "You tapped out." They circle the ring and lock up, and Gunther quickly hooks the head and hits a takeover. Uso gets out and goes for a sleeper immediately. That tapped out Gunther at WrestleMania 41, but Gunther gets out of it. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. This match was fucking awesome.
It's the best match Gunther and Jey Uso have had. So, yeah.
No, I'd
Yeah,
say
you're
his
only
match
saying
with
that
Seth
'cause he
Rollins
lost.
was better.
But anyway, the fans are chanting "Yeet," but unfortunately, the Yeet did not help as Uso was out. And
In terms of the matches Jey Uso and Gunther have had, this is the best one they have had together.
oh yeah, definitely. But anyway, the referee called.
It took
for the bell.
for Jey Uso to be told he's losing his World Heavyweight Championship to put his best in-ring pants on, though, didn't it?
Yeah. Uso gets consoled by his son at ringside. However, Gunther hits his historic pose as the pyro goes off. And Gunther is the world champion again. And this motherfucker, Liam,
Excited.
missed an entire stream the other night because he was too busy celebrating. The fuck.
Let's celebrate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, no, can't wait. And then, yeah, I slept all afternoon because I was up all night celebrating. My ring general is finally World Heavyweight Champion again. All is right with the world
Fuck
once
yeah.
more. No, fuck you.
And
He
he's gonna
doesn't.
hold that
He
championship
doesn't
again.
need the belt. Damn it.
He's not going to hold it for long anyway, so it's fine. And I don't mean because of Seth Rollins catching in on Gunther. I mean because somebody like Sami Zayn maybe might be in for it, and then Seth Rollins catches in on Sami Zayn. You do the whole Daniel Bryan thing again. You know?
Right. Before we get to NXT, I do have to. Oh god, I can't believe I even have to read this. This is coming from the WWE shop. No, they don't see any plans as of right now to sell. The hell's her name now? It was Mariah May,
Monroe.
but yeah,
Blake Monroe.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they don't
No.
intend on selling her bathwater
No, it wasn't
as soap.
bathwater. It's bathwater soap.
Yeah, bathwater
What
soap.
the fuck did I just come back to?
Bathwater soap. You ever wanted some?
Which
Is
I'll
it,
give you.
is it literally on WWE
Have
Shop?
you?
They are undecided on it as of right now. She wants it to happen.
Yeah, because it's
Oh.
pretty disgusting.
If that happens, I'm gonna be.
Well, sick
alright.
perverts. They're gonna,
Noble, quick NXT stuff. What do we got?
First match. Ethan Page defeated Shawn Legacy, and we see that Mickey Saints return and attack the North American champion out of Ethan Page.
Nice.
Next match, Coling defeated Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Omimura. I can't pronounce that last name.
Inamura.
Thank you. In a tag
we should
match.
be anymore. No,
Thank you. God damn it. Anyway, then Lash Legend defeated Ren Sinclair.
How can I say something? I know
What?
that no one's gonna agree with me here, but am I the only one that thinks that Lash Legend should be called up?
I don't think so. Like she needs to be proven more as a single star as each freaking month goes. So
I mean, she's got potential, man. She's got potential. Well, all right.
She
What
does,
happened next?
then we got the NXT Women's Championship match where Jacy Jane retained against a newcomer finally on TV, Lainey Reed.
All right, hold on. I want to rant about something. First
What?
off, all you fucking people out there that are dissing this woman's winning the world title, winning the NXT world title. Fuck you. Okay. Let
Yeah,
her have
then-
one goddamn thing.
Yeah, after the match,
no.
after the match, NXT General Manager Ava show up and made a announcement that there will be 4 qualifier matches, which consists of Jordan Grace versus Low Vice, Zarya versus Easy Name, Kalani Jordan versus Lash Legend, and Thea Hale versus Jada Parker. And the winner of those matches will advance to the Fatal 4-Way on June 24th, and the winner of that Fatal 4-Way gets to face Jacy Jane at Evolution for the NXT Women's title.
Ooh. So the NXT Women's Championship is going to be featured on Evolution. Nice.
Yep. And then, next up, High Rise defeated the family, Tony D'Angelo and frickin' Crucifino. I can't remember what his... Luca Crucifino. There we go. So yeah, yeah. And then we got ourselves the main event where Open Femi retained the NXT Championship against the Legends Future Great Season 1 winner, Jasper Troy.
No, but just say let's fucking go or LFG, goddammit.
Kind of a botchy finish to that match, though.
Yeah, it is a botchy finish, which I'm sorry.
Yeah, they went for the Fall from Grace pop-up powerbomb, but it was clear he didn't catch him correctly the first time, so they redid the spot and did it properly for the 1, 2, 3. But it looked like Jasper
No,
Troy
I thought it was because
didn't kick out for the first one. So
he kick out
Yep.
the first one.
Yep. And
the referee
the
had to
one
call
big
it too.
Yeah, and two big things are gonna happen on next week's NXT. One of them is gonna be next week's match. It will be a 6-man tag match. Will feature Elijah, Josh Briggs, and Japanese name again here.
Yoshiki Inamura.
Thank you. Against Casey Navarro, AJ Francis, and Trick Williams.
Look, man, you have to learn how to pronounce it at some point.
Fuck that
I-
trick. Fuck
And,
that.
and then
What?
what's also big next
Yeah.
week? Yeah. And another big thing next week, RMA, which will be known as Blake Monroe, will be signing her NXT contract.
And hopefully they set up a first feud out of that.
And yeah, most people on social media do not like that name.
Well, they can fuck off. Because she had a legit reason why it's that.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I know that as well, right? There's a tribute to her niece and Marilyn Monroe. It's pretty much like a combination of the two things. I'm just, for some reason, it's going to take me a lot longer to get used to this name than any other WWE rename in recent memory.
Yeah, it's not the worst name at all, but I do like that name though, honestly. But again,
Mariah
it's not like
Monroe,
You gotta give it time.
Mariah
Listen,
Monroe,
it's
though,
not like
was right
every
there.
name change is gonna ruin a wrestler, right? They
No,
changed
it-
Walter's name to Gunther.
Yeah,
Nobody
but-
cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
Prince Devitt, he's now Finn Balor. Nobody cares about that anymore. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I don't care. He's still a prince to me, goddammit.
yeah,
still
but
the
there's
prince.
one worse
He's
name
still
I
the
cannot.
prince.
Yeah, there's one.
Actually, he
name.
should be fucking king right now. What?
Well, there's
Yeah.
one name that I still think is the worst name in the world. Shorty fucking G.
Oh, get out of here.
No, everyone
Get
forgot
outta
about
Get
that.
out of here.
Be
You
respectful.
get out of here.
Everyone
Shorty
forgot
G
about
was
that.
baller.
Everyone forgot about that for a reason, because Chad Gable is Chad Gable and will always be Chad Gable.
How dare you?
Anyway,
Chad Gable
that's
is a baller.
All right, so now we go to AEW, the 4-hour summer blockbuster.
yay.
Yeah,
We
boy.
have to fucking 4 hours of this shit.
Yeah,
it
which is the
wasn't
final
shit.
tally.
but-
Which is the final tally of 597,000 plus viewers.
All right. So
Can we not look? We're not a WWE podcast. We are a wrestling podcast. Stop with the tribalistic bullshit. It's really cringe.
the reason I
I
said
mean,
shit
Noble
was
specifically.
because
He always has
I
to
mean
bring up
it's
the
long.
viewers every single time, doesn't he?
No, I just said shit because I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of hours.
Well, it's just Dynamite and Collision back to back. It's not a huge deal.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that's all. That's
Oh,
what it was last week. That's what it was.
Oh,
this
I
week.
didn't know. I didn't have a
That-
chance to.
They had
I didn't have a chance to watch
that.
it.
They had to do that because the finals are on right now, aren't they? So
Oh yeah, the trash ass final. So according to this, we start off with Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay, and apparently
Number 2.
this ended in a time limit draw.
Yes, it did. But from what I understand, it was a very good match, as you might expect. The first one at Forbidden Door last year was absolutely epic, so I have no doubt this was any different. At the same time, it kind of means they will do a third match at some point in the future. But there was a post-match angle where
Yeah, because the
Swerve
Death
was
Riders
handcuffed.
and Moxley came out, and
Yeah, Death
so
Riders and
did the
Moxley came
Young
out.
Bucks.
And then Hangman came out, and I think he got taken out or something, didn't he?
I don't believe. Did he?
I don't know. Apparently.
I
He looked
thought
like he was in trouble. That's
I
what
thought
saw.
Swerve and Osprey were left pretty much like Osprey was down, but Swerve
Well,
was
Swerve
like,
was
so-
handcuffed. Swerve was handcuffed to the ropes. They got out Swerve's Reebok shoe that he has now. They pumped those up, and then they
Yeah,
went to kick
because
him in
Will-
the face, but
Will-
Will Ospreay
Will
got in the
took
way and
a-
sacrificed himself, essentially. Took a bullet.
he took the bullet shot.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But as the Bucks and the Death Riders pretty much yeah.
Oh God,
So,
why gotta start now?
Then
dude?
Don Callis went to talk. Pretty much, he interrupts Okada here because Renee was talking with Okada about the upcoming winner takes all match against Kenny Omega at AEW All In. Before Okada could have a chance to respond to the first question, Don Callis interrupted and said, "Why is it that Okada is in this match and not Kyle Fletcher?" Okay, Don, this is the one time I'm gonna say this. Shut your bald fucking ass up. I've been waiting for this fucking match forever to happen again where these two can beat the living shit out of each other. If you fucking interrupt it again, Don Callis, I swear to God, I'll ship your ass back to TNA and you can get beat up by all the guys over there again. Shut up.
Like, Don Callis is just a big-ass grown crybaby at this rate.
First off, I'm not gonna say anything about Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita there. I'm not gonna.
Better watch your mouth.
I'm not gonna say anything about them, but I'm just saying I would rather have Okada than those two.
There's a
Okay.
reason though, because recently, like Kyle Fletcher was in a feud with Adam Cole, but apparently I think they've dropped that for whatever reason. You know,
Well, don't throw them into this fucking winner takes all shit.
they won't.
I swear to God.
They'll have the Callis family in a tag match where it's like Kim, Takeshita, and Alexander against somebody, probably. You know. So, but then after that, in terms of the match, you had Mystico, Blake Christian as a cool down match. Mystico won the match in 4 minutes 33 seconds. Which I imagine probably won some flippy stuff. And then obviously, I think the next match was Hurt Syndicate. So this was MJF's in-ring debut as part of the group.
So, the Hurt Syndicate versus Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and
Mascara Dorada.
in which it ended the way that you probably would expect it ended. MJF being a scumbag rips off the mask of Dorada there, and yeah, MJF
cool
and the
thing
Hurt
was-
Syndicate get the win.
The cool thing was that MJF was wearing the MVP jumpsuit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He looks so funny. Like, genuinely. And when I saw it earlier on Twitter, I was like, what? I was like, that's wild.
Then the Death Rider send a message to Hangman Adam Page saying, for a long time now, you've been searching high and low for something. They said, you have exactly 4 weeks to step up and become a man that everyone wants you to become. And if you're not prepared to do that, you can pack your shit and get the hell out. Hangman pretty much headbutted Moxley, is what I got here.
Yep.
Moxley applied a bulldog chokehold, and Claudio positioned a steel chair around Page's neck, threatening for a severe injury. As the attack seemed imminent, the Ops, which is
Smojo Hook.
Oops, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Smojo
Smojo Power. No, Hook wasn't with them here. It says Smojo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata.
Katsuyori Shibata, I guess.
Yep, rushed the ring, swatting the Death Riders and rescuing Page from further harm. The Death Riders quickly retreated, avoiding confrontation once outnumbered. Hangman then grabbed the mic and he said, I've come too far and I've came too close to be the best that you've got, because I would ride through death itself to take the world championship. And if it finds one of you, what?
Hotline.
Yes. And if I find even one of you tonight, I will take your heads.
Yeah, boy.
I'm like, okay, we need this.
I feel like, this is actually probably like the most interesting in the last couple months that Death Riders have been, in general.
Yeah.
I think Hangman said something later on Collision about staying out of his business, Swerve's business, which was interesting that he stuck up for Swerve and Ospreay's business. But
Yeah. I'm not trying to skip over the entire show. I'm just trying to highlight some of the main stuff here. Which up next, if we're doing the main stuff, up next is Kenny Omega and Okada, the contract signing and the Debut
Unclear.
of a new title.
The AEW
Yeah.
Unified title.
Yes. The new title gets unveiled as the Unified. What's it
I
called?
like it.
Unified
The AEW
Championship.
Unified
AEW Unified Championship, I think.
It's a
Now,
beautiful belt.
here's where I'm gonna bitch because I've seen what these guys have said
Beautiful.
here in general about it.
It's a beautiful
Which
belt.
Aled says, I like the belt, but I'm not too keen on the name. They could have
Same.
been a little more creative with it, but the design I think is awesome.
I think there's a reason they haven't really gone creative with the name at the moment because they don't know what to call it beyond that. And not being
Plus
funny,
the-
everyone's
the
jumped online
unification.
that
or-
yeah, it's a unification. That's cool and all that.
Yeah.
It does like the only thing I'm getting from this is does that mean they're going to ditch the Continental Classic later this year, or what?
I think they might. Well, I don't know.
I don't think
might.
they're going to ditch the tournament per se, but I feel like the winner shouldn't get a championship. If that makes sense, they should get a trophy, or not like a championship
yeah,
like it previously was.
yeah, like get a championship match of their choice.
Yeah.
But like best of Super Juniors, like the G1, even though the G1's basically a trophy and a contract, but at the same time, it's like,
Well,
for me, it's like and maybe if someone wins the C2, which is what is commonly known as in the community, they should like give the winner of it a title shot. So at World's End or something, or Revolution, or wherever they want to do it. But I'm just saying, don't get rid of the Continental Classic because it gives a lot of people who otherwise wouldn't get a chance to be on TV, but also just to show what they can do in ring and stuff. So
Yeah.
now Tony Schiavone introduced the new title, and then Okada and Omega, they're staring at each other. Yes. However, Omega grabs the mic and he says, 7 years almost to the day we had our last match. Let's leave it all in the ring. One final time for everything. Now, I need you to listen to me. Here, just listen to me. If you're going to... Whose crap is that?
What was that?
I would say, shut that up.
Crap.
I would say, I need you to listen to me here. These two are going to put on a stellar match. Do I think it's going to live up to the last time they faced each other?
Yeah.
I don't know.
it won't. It probably won't because they're both past their physical primes. But at the end of the day, Okada's Okada, Omega's Omega. They might actually pull something out of their hats to, operate at that similar level that they were years ago. But all I can tell you is it's probably going to be not as fast paced as their previous 3 or 4 matches were in the past.
I want this match to live up to the hype. I really do. No offense. Anytime I see these two entering the ring, I'm like, shut up, take my money, because I do want to see that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason that, and I'm not saying this, trying to be a WWE mark or whatever, but I mean, the main reason that I'm watching All In is because I want to see that particular match right there. Like, that is my highlighted match. Like, I want to see that.
Yeah,
But-
I think it's the same for me.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to diss anyone else. I'm not trying to diss, all the other great matches that are gonna happen. But I mean, come on, it's Omega versus Okada. The biggest rivalry one of the biggest rivalries in wrestling. These two guys absolutely hate each other, and they're gonna go to fucking war with each other.
Not just in
You know
modern
what?
wrestling, but the entirety of wrestling history itself.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Kenny versus Okada perfectly belongs in the co-main event because we know co-main events in AEW pay-per-views are always shit.
Tony Khan,
Whoa.
you're getting the warning from me right fucking now. If this isn't co-main event and you give me some absolute dog shit co-main event, I swear to God.
Mm.
I swear to fucking God, you will
What do you
not
think-
hear me shut up.
What do you
PT
think?
Marshall versus Big Show will be a better match than that.
Shut the fuck up.
You think QT Marshall and Big Show is going to be a better match than Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega? Are you on drugs?
Chill the fuck out. I'm only joking.
I know you said you were sick, but I didn't realize you were that sick. Jeez.
Hmm.
Sorry, but
I know I'm sick of your bullshit. No, I'm kidding.
But anyway, during all this, obviously Don Callis interrupted. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try and interrupt that." And then Omega's like, "You're not gonna ruin this. I know all your tricks."
I was like, oh, do you?
And
How about this
then,
trick?
yeah, and then which led to a shocking twist as Okada suddenly attacked Omega from behind, aligning with Callis. Okada viciously attacked Omega using a steel battalion by Callis, targeting Omega's valuable midsection. Callis gloated from ringside as the assault continued, refusing to stop. Okada returned to inflict further punishment on Omega despite the medical team's intervention. So
That's the thing, though, about someone with diverticulitis. Apparently, I read up on this. They can't bleed outwardly if they do get the error effectively. Apparently, they only bleed out one direction, and it's the rear hole, shall we say? But again, it's only in kayfabe. I get why they've done it. It's to further amplify that Omega's diverticulitis is a big problem for him and whatever. But at the same time, I'm starting to get a bit annoyed at the over reliance on referencing Omega's diverticulitis and it being the crux of every feud he's ever in. It's
Right.
just because Omega's capable of so much stuff on the microphone, by the way, I would say, as he proved in this segment. But it's like, you can't rely on his previous illness to make people feel sympathy for him because he's Kenny by God Omega. For God's sake.
yeah, what is that? But so yeah, after that segment, we then got Kyle Fletcher versus Anthony Bowens with Adam Cole on commentary. Yeah, that sure ended well.
Kyle Fletcher beat Bowens.
Then FTR interrupts Atlantis Senior and Atlantis Junior.
Yep.
Yep.
Luchadors.
Adam Cole had enough and
yeah,
chaos ensued. Yep. So obviously Cole is still fighting with the Don Callis family there. Yep.
Mhm.
And FTR.
Mhm.
Let's see. Julia Hart versus AEW Women's Champion Timeless Toni Storm.
So his name was on commentary.
Yep.
Toni Storm got the win. There was a bit of the post-match angle though. That was so weird. Like,
Yeah, the post-match. What the fuck?
Mercedes was sniffing Tony's ears and stuff in her hair and all that. I'm just like, what you doing, mate?
Yeah, what the fuck am I What the fuck am I watching? Is this
whole feud just gonna be about who's the most freakiest or what?
Probably.
Is this an episode of Love Island season 2 or something, or this is AEW?
There we go. You've heard it here
what?
first. Thomas Noble watches Love Island. Pass it on.
Shocker. So moving on from the Ricochet keeps trying to recruit people.
Mhm.
Doesn't quite work out.
Who was he trying to recruit this time? I don't know.
Let's see.
Does it not say?
Ricochet. It doesn't really say. It just says. Yeah, it really doesn't say.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Wheeler Yuta reconnects with Chris Statlander backstage.
Ooh. Interesting. They were once in the best friends, so that makes sense.
I miss that group so much.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was back when AEW was very good. I'm not saying AEW ain't great now. Let me say that right now. I'm saying it's improved.
Yeah, I think they have as well, especially compared to where they were.
Although I do wish that they would have kept some of the same elements from the old AEW, but that's just my opinion. But Let's see. Hangman Adam Page lays down the law with the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that's where he said, "Don't get involved in my business, Swerve's business, Osprey's business." Yeah.
Yep. He says, "Stay out of my
So-
business, stay out of Osprey's business, and stay out of Swerve's business," threatening severe consequences if they interfere again.
He said something about burning houses down again or something. was like,
I
whoa.
don't have that, unfortunately.
Like, whoa, okay, you're gonna burn that house down this time.
Let's see. And then the match to end the show was Paragon, which was Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick
Okay.
Strong, and Daniel Garcia versus the Don Callis family.
Yeah, which was Petricero, who joined them last week. By the way, for Okada, he has left the Elite and he's joined the Don Callis family as well. Anyway, yeah, so that was Petricero, Josh Alexander, Kalinsky, Takeshita, and yeah, Lance Archer.
In which Paragon and Garcia got the win. They win the main event.
Yep. Prior to that, though, we did also have the AEW in-ring debut, or not the in-ring debut, but the sort of Fackless first like proper match. She wrestled Queen Amanata and she beat her by submission. So
Yes. Oh wait, why do I not have that?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck?
Must have been after. It was on the matches. Is after Bandito versus the Beast Mortos. But
Hmm.
but still, yeah,
Weird.
Fackless. Yeah, apparently she looked great from what I understand.
Sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. I can't believe I skipped over that. I don't.
That's okay. It's okay. I think she had like her in-ring debut last week, but obviously she only wrestled a jobber or something. Beat her in like 5 minutes flat.
So
This time she was
then
10 minutes.
we have it says here, catch the historic AEW Grand Slam from Arena Mexico in Mexico City live Wednesday. Yes.
That was
And,
announced a few months ago, but yeah, that's going to be exciting.
And it says, and remember, we are AEW, we're the best wrestle.
Yes.
I still think they should change that tagline a little bit.
Yeah,
Just say we're the greatest wrestler. Say we're the greatest wrestler because I mean,
We're the best wrestler, we're the greatest wrestler. It's basically the same thing, really, said differently. Also doesn't quite roll off the tongue as the same, but from an in-ring perspective, they are probably certainly the best wrestler, I would say. But
yeah, I mean, but that's all I've got.
yeah, that's all there is, I think.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Although, as far as Jey Uso's World Heavyweight Championship reign ending, apparently there is some news regarding him and Jimmy Uso reuniting as the Usos very soon, which
Needs to
maybe
happen.
signals to me that the Jey Usos singles push is over.
Which means you can take your main event shit and toss it.
Yeah, but that means, yeah, think of all the possibilities in terms of tag team matches when they come back together. I mean, eventually you're going to put the Lucha Bros together, you're going to do that, you're going to do them and Fraxium, you can do Motor City
Take the
Machine
fucking belt
Gun,
off New Day. Just say.
get the belts off New Day, recover Raw's tag team division, which has been in a rut for the longest time. And apparently they might run back stuff with New Day, Street Profits, those sort of people.
I mean, they might.
But yeah, that's everything.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Oh yeah, wait, one
That
more
should
thing.
be everything.
Oh,
As
no.
we, Goldberg's coming back this Monday. We've already mentioned that. So
Yes. Sorry, I'm just making sure that I didn't skip anything.
Nope, you didn't skip anything. You're good.
All right. Well. Alrighty, everyone. So that's it for the Wrestle Arc Podcast this week. We're sorry that we're not full of energy. It's just a lot of shit happened today, and I wish I was a bit
Yeah.
more cheery.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit tired today myself. So I know I brought some energy to some places, but I'm knackered. My sleep's been all over the place lately. That's why.
I did want to let people know that over on my channel, we did the RWO is War draft, in which I think all the rosters turned out pretty great.
Yeah, it did. I'd say that.
But I need to give an update real quick.
Uh-oh.
So we were supposed to be going live for the first RWO is War shows written out and everything this Tuesday, the
Mhm.
Yeah, we're going back to
17th.
going back to the written fantasy booking format.
Yep. That's going to be pushed to the 24th, unfortunately.
That's 24.
Fuck.
Okay,
why?
that's a lot of time. It's fine.
Yeah, the reason
12 days,
being
huh?
is because I just found out today also that I have to go up north. So I won't be back until pretty much the 17th. So
Okay.
That's okay. That's no problem.
Alright. Yeah. That gives
the
me
You gotta
sorry
do what
one,
you
but
gotta do.
that also means that Beat Iron Radio is off the air this week,
That's fine.
Okay.
which is
So about
No
2
problem.
weeks. Okay, not bad.
but really quick, just because since he's affiliated with WWE, and I honestly don't care at this point. Pat McAfee, you biased prick, fuck you, and I hope you get fired from ESPN. All right, now let's
Jesus.
let's go ahead and
Okay.
end the show. All right, make sure you guys check out all the links below, and remember, this is the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Always do the best in life. We'll see you guys next time, right here on the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Peace out, everyone.
Wrestle Arc
See you later,
out.
Whoppers.
Peace.
Don't forget to eat your Whoppers. Go to Burger King.
Yep. See you
Why
later,
you-
Whopper.
Give me your double,
Why do
triple
you-
Whoppers.
Fucks.
Have it your way.
Later, Whoppers.
Okay.
We're Wrestle Arc.
Perfect
Have it your
coverage.
way.